Hey everybody, welcome to round 3 here at Top Deck Productions.
Yep.
In Mason, Ohio.
This is Mason?
Mason, Ohio, yep. Right next to Sharonville, but we are in Mason.
All right.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I can tell when I pass Mason High School.
Did you know that Mason is an anagram for salmon if you just add an L?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, folks, we've got a great round for you. It's Goryo, Esper Goryos, like sort of the gifts. It's a gift variant, not a pieces of the puzzle variant.
Yep.
Against Green-Black Tron. And if you're thinking that matchup sounds atrocious,
it is.
Yeah, we're sorry. This you can blame Matthew Manier.
Yeah, we want to put on Death and Taxes versus Grixis Death Shadow.
Yeah. I think that one's fun to watch, but this could be fun too.
Yeah.
Andrew tells me that he can actually sometimes shore up his Tron matchup with like a turn 2 or turn 3 Obsidat.
All right.
Yeah, Obsidat's cool because it's hard for Tron. So it's a clock. It's a 5/5 haste. Well, it's not a 5/5 haste, but it gets haste every time.
Yeah.
It drains for 2, and it's tough for Tron to deal with because you can't deal with the card very well.
No. How does this deck
at
go off
sorcery
turn
speed?
2?
Turn 3, Goryo.
You said turn 2, and I'm like, I was just stuck on that.
Did I say turn 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you could do it turn 2.
Yeah, no, I was just in the tank so long for that.
Well, actually, you could. The way to do it turn 2 is to
like butcher your deck and make it inconsistent.
No. Andrew's deck can currently do turn 2. All you have to do is discard a Jace early.
All right, I'm listening.
Like with the Thought Scour. Actually, I don't think he has Thought Scour. But if you have Jace.
So you thought seize yourself.
If you have Jace,
you can thought seize yourself.
Right, but that's not really helpful. I mean, you could do that, but you have to have Jace and Obsidat in the yard, and then Goryo's the Jace.
Or you can just thought seize yourself.
And then use the flashback on the flipped Jace Planeswalker to cast Goryo's again to put the Obsidat in. But to do that, you have to have 5 cards in your yard, which means you had to go like fetch, Thought Scour, fetch, and then put the Jace and the Obsidat in. I think it's hard to do. And I'm not sure Andrew's actually playing Thought Scour, but it can definitely be done. You can turn 2 it in this deck without anything gimmicky like Spirit Guide.
Or you can thought seize yourself. Thought seize yourself. Thought
yeah,
seize
but that won't get you there though because you have to have the Jace in the yard.
Why do you need Jace?
Oh, you mean just to Goryo's the
Obsidat.
Right, the Obsidat by itself. Oh yeah, sure.
I was like, why do we need a Jace in this equation?
Oh yeah, you can just you can put the Obsidat in and just do the Obsidat. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking. Yeah, I was tunnel visioned on talking about Jace flashing back the Goryos to do the Obsidat.
And we got a Relic.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Relic seems brutal, and this is why we hate Tron. The main board Relic.
I thought we hated Tron for different reasons.
Well, there are lots of reasons to hate Tron. I don't discriminate. There are many reasons, and they're all welcome here.
Any reason to makes us not be able to play Magic?
I don't understand that, but sure. So hopefully we see Logan activate his Relic turn 1. A lot of players forget to use it the first turn they play it. They think it has Summoning Sickness. But there it goes. Yep, we'll see it. Andy will discard the
Marsh Flats.
I wonder if Logan wants to pop Relic now just to keep him from flipping Jace. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. Well, you don't have to do it now, but you want to do it probably
soon. Yeah,
next time he untaps or casts a spell.
Because
he can go fetch land and Serum Visions to put 5 cards in or whatever.
I think
actually just Jace mills too, right?
No, he draws. It's a loot.
Oh, that's right.
I think if Logan wants to be safe, he just has to hold up a mana forever. Ooh, Collective Brutality here by Logan.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Duress and -2.
Does Andrew have 3 Collective Brutalities in hand?
Yes, he does, good sir.
Oh my god.
We got a Serum Visions too. We got all the fine cards here at Andy's hand.
Yeah.
All the bad cards in this matchup as well.
This matchup just seems so brutal.
You approved of this matchup.
Barring like the turn 2 or turn 3 Goryo or the turn 2, turn 3 Obsidat, I don't know how you win. Like,
yeah.
Even like an early Iona does nothing for you because what color do you even name?
You can't name colorless.
Yeah. And then early Elish Norn is nowhere near as good as Karn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure how you do this.
If Logan messes up and exiles Andy's graveyard, we might have a game.
Because
He just drew
Goryos in response.
Yes.
Yeah, he did just draw Goryos, which is neat. That he found that off the top so that Logan doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool. You're right.
So if Logan ever taps out, he's in danger.
Well, and I think if you're Andrew, you don't even bother with the Obsidat first. You get the Jace first, because if you get the Jace now, when you go to loot with Jace, that'll put the 5th card in, and then you flip the Jace and do what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Right, because he's got 4 cards still. Oh, though I guess the Relic is back to untapped, so maybe you.
Yeah,
maybe you just have to get the Obsidat.
Yeah, like, I don't think we don't need to get cute here with the Jace at all. We just, like, put a Obsidat on, which is, like, hard for Tron to interact with. Except Baron and O-Stone. To actually get rid of the Obsidat, because all the removal is...
Sorcery speed, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Andrew just being patient here, waiting for his chance. But he's not going to have that long, because soon all of his cards are going to be discarded.
Yeah, Logan just might not... If Logan's playing it prudently and plays around the top deck Goryos,
yeah,
he just won't crack the Relic.
Oh,
he's cracking it now.
Oh, let's go!
All right, folks, we got it. We got a game.
But
oh, by the way, thank you to Puzzle 3. Was that the name for the follow?
I think it was like something like Puzzle Knot. I don't know. Probably not.
Wow, that's actually really cool. Would it be cool to have a username that was like Puzzle ampersand, and then that was like Puzzle Knot? You know.
All right, so Andy going the line of getting Jace. All right.
Yeah, so assuming that Logan doesn't have a way to interact with that, which I can't think of one.
If he had a star out, he could, in response to the loot, crack star, push the Jace.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
So now we're going to flashback Goryo. Oh, well, so now you can't because the relic actually goes off.
Also, you can't activate Planeswalkers.
You can't activate Jace at instant speed. So, yeah, I guess given that the relic is going to blow up your graveyard, why would you get the Jace and not the Obsidat?
Because...
Is the Jace... Oh, well, there's an O-Stone anyway, so it probably didn't matter, but... Well, I guess, yeah, why get the Jace instead of the Obsidat?
To grind out? I don't know. Again, like... This is not the matchup we really wanted either. This is the sad thing.
I'm a little... I guess I'm confused. Why? Yeah. No,
I'm sure Andy had a valid reason.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of it. I just don't know it.
Because I think it was just a misstep in his mind. Maybe he's just used to
a mental misstep.
Yeah. Oh, be quiet. He's probably just used to flashbacking Goryo to get Jace back. Anyways, he may not be used to flashbacking Obsidat right away with Goryos.
Yeah, I mean, I was tunnel visioned again there on getting the Jace to the Obsidat, but obviously, yeah, you can't do that fully in response to the Relic because you lose your yard. Yeah, curious. We'll have to see what this Jace does. Brutality, take a Fatal Push.
What's the Jace? What's Telepath Unbound's alt again? It's been a while since I read the card.
I believe it says whenever you cast a spell, you get to mill somebody for 5, maybe.
All right, so maybe we're going that plan. It doesn't seem that great.
No, it doesn't.
Especially with a Karn. In your face. He can't cast it, though, can he?
Doesn't seem good.
He can't cast this Karn, either. What is this game? Yeah, so... so, our stream runner is putting it on the camera, on the stream for us, but...
But since Robert and I cannot read...
And the text is very small.
Yeah, we cannot help you.
So hopefully you guys can read this and tell me in chat.
I'm pretty sure what it says is whenever you cast a spell, you mill mill target player for 5.
Let me go get a telescope here so I can read this.
Okay. I'm not sure a telescope is what you... It's not far away. It's just small. You want a microscope, Rob. Just trying to help you out with the lingo. But by the way, did you know that it was Antoine von Leeuwenhoek's birthday yesterday, I believe?
I have no idea who that is.
He was the original inventor of the microscope. Actually, notably... He was not a scientist by trade. He was a haberdasher.
What's a haberdasher?
You don't know what a haberdasher is?
Honestly, no, I don't.
A haberdasher is a men's clothier. You make clothing and sell clothing for men.
Okay.
But also not just clothing, but also underwear. That would
that
fall
is
into the category of clothing.
What
no,
about shoes?
No, haberdasher. No. That's more like a cobbler. A haberdasher does, sometimes watches or
Hats?
trinkets, cufflinks, and things like that, buttons. But anyway, Antoine von Leeuwenhoek was a haberdasher who liked to play with lenses and spy glasses, and he accidentally made a microscope and was the first person that we know of to examine microscopic life under a microscope.
Yeah.
And I think it was his birthday yesterday.
And why do you know this?
Writer's Almanac.
All right.
Yeah. Minnesota Public Radio. Anyway, folks, sorry, we got a Karn on board. We think this one's over.
Yeah, most of the time when I see Karn, I feel like the game's over.
Yeah, it might have been less over if we'd gotten the Obsidian, but then Logan had the O-Stone anyway, so I don't think it mattered.
And like Logan does have a Fatal Push in hand to deal with this Creeping Tar Pit.
Yeah.
And Karn alts win again?
I think it's minus
15?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's 15 because you start at 6 and plus up to 10, right? So I think because I know you can't get it with just 2 pluses. So I think you have to go 6, 10, 14, and then past.
Oh, it is 14.
Oh, it's 14, so you do it exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go 6, 10, 14, and then do it. That's weird. I was thinking it was 15, like you had to go one more, but not that it matters. By that point, you've probably lost already.
Yeah. So I think Andy's just going to try and swing. I don't like this line here by Andy, because what you do is this is why I really don't like this line.
Well, what was the alternative?
Attack Karn with the Creeping Tar Pit and see if he uses push then.
Well, he would definitely use push then.
Yeah.
But you don't have enough mana to play.
Yeah, you do. He had 6 mana. So
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. Cause
if he had 6, he could swing with the Tar Pit.
Because you at least prevent the Karn from ulting next turn to restart the game where he had an Elshnorn under it.
Oh, turn 1 Elshnorn, no big. Turn 0 Elshnorn, no big deal.
He can swing on Logan's first turn.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Yep.
That's how Leylines win. The Legacy deck Leyline wins. Are you familiar with that Legacy deck?
No. Do they make him into 4/4 creatures with?
Yeah, Opalescence.
With Opalescence.
Yeah, you play like 40 Leylines or something like that.
And you just play Opalescence.
Yeah, you play Siric Sanctum and crop rotation to get Opalescence.
And then you began play with like 6 4/4s in play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That seems fun.
Oh, it has to be like 5 because you got to have 2 cards, Opalescence and the land.
Right.
So that's a turn 1 kill, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit like Living End, but in some sense worse and in some sense better. It would be nice to just play. Right, because one big draw to that deck must be like, I've got 4 Leyline of Sanctity and 4 Leyline of the Void main board. So, goodbye Delver, goodbye Dredge, goodbye Burn,
game 1.
Goodbye Inquisition.
You don't lose to game 1 Storm at all.
Yeah, goodbye Inventory. Yeah, they can't beat the Leyline.
Yeah, Storm can't beat you game 1.
But then again, you have to have the Leyline of Sanctity.
Well,
I guess you
play 4 of it.
Well,
and also
actually,
you play Serum Powder.
And so Legacy Storm can't beat Leyline of the Void or Leyline of Sanctity.
Well, yeah,
really.
Especially game 1. Game 2 it can because it just go on the empty plan.
Yeah.
So we're getting word here that the only reason Matt put the streamer did put this match on because Logan is running a Emrakul the Promise in. I still went out of okay this matchup.
Yeah, so there are a lot of ways to play Emrakul the Promised End in Modern. In Delirium decks with Traverse. In Blue-White Control playing Cast Out. I don't think Green-Black Tron is one of them.
Yeah, so
that's my gut feeling.
Yeah, thankfully, we're back here, so we know what everyone's on here. So this is why typically we pick the matches.
I mean, this is fine to watch, and I think Andrew does have some tools to win the match.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of hard.
Yeah. Also, like, we did see, like, a Tron variant today already. Like, I know we would have... Our original idea was to put a Death Tax in again. But ideally, we would actually see, like, 3 games of it instead of just 1 and see it played differently. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to game 2 here. I can see Logan bringing in relics if he has more.
Yeah, he might have like 2 in the main, 2 in the side. Usually when you see him in the main, you've got all 4 in the main, but I guess you never know.
Yeah, and maybe some amount of Fulminator mages from Andy here, if he has any. Definitely Thought Seizes and some Counter Squalls if he has any.
I don't think he has Fulminator mage, but he might.
I'm just thinking of cards in the colors.
It's not even really... Fulminator mage is not really good here.
It's not.
It's just it's way too slow. It's just the Stone Rain. You don't have good follow-up for it. You didn't advance your board plan.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I'm just saying things he could have. I don't think Andy would have a Blood Moon.
No. I don't think he has... Do you think he has Geist? I don't think he does have Geist.
He might.
What's a hilarious creature you could reanimate on like turn 2 and try to just aggro out your Tron opponent? The thing is, the problem with Goryos is you only get it gets sacrificed. That's why you do Obsidat. Truthfully, I think Obsidat is supposed to be this deck's Tron plan, right? Is you try to turn 2, turn 3 Obsidat.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm not sure that if you can't or don't do that, I have no idea how else you beat Tron. It seems like impossible. Like you can't be bringing in Negate, right? Like, and that wouldn't even help. Like especially like if they play a Worm Coil and you have a Negate. So I think the plan must just be to slam an Obsidat and hope to get lucky. Turn 1 Watery Grave tap does not seem like where you want to be.
Yep, especially if you get to turn 2. Okay.
Turn 2 Stony is okay.
It slows Tron down a lot.
Yeah, if he didn't have a Llanowar Waste, it's really good because then they have a really tough time making colored mana. But since he has a Llanowar Waste,
and
Stony
Sylvan's Scrying.
Yeah, and Sylvan's Scrying, God. Llanowar Waste, Sylvan's Scrying. If this were instead like, Tron land,
map.
and then map,
Yeah, like
it'd be much worse. But
like, I don't fault Andy bringing this card in at all.
No, me neither. It's definitely good. I always bring it in. It also stops O-Stone, which if you do put out the Obsidat, they actually have
no way to
more. Yeah, they have no more ways to answer an Obsidat.
I mean, I want to assume Logan didn't bring in Nature's Claims because he saw white, and we see a.
I don't think it's worth bringing a Nature's Claim here preemptively on Logan's part, but it seems okay. So Lingering Souls is kind of a clock, but not really. Now, Logan has a 3rd Tron land in hand. Does that complete the set, or is he going to be on redundancy here?
I can't tell.
Me neither. Me neither. Well, we can't read, so that's...
Yeah. I'll let you know when I get there, okay?
So Brutality sees Path, Gifts, Godless Shrine, and a Snapcaster?
Yeah, so no, there's a I thought I saw a Thought Seize in Andy's hand at some point.
I think that's a Godless Shrine on the left.
Or was it that Altered Art Lingering Souls? I thought that was a Thought Seize.
Yeah, take the gift seems like the right play.
Totally. Or unless like Andy's just scumming us all and hiding the Thought Seize. Was that another gift?
Was it?
I hope so.
So I assume he's gonna shock in the Godless Shrine. Yeah, and I think he's gonna hold up for gifts. Yeah, that must be a gifts. Yep. take the gifts, draw gifts. That's how he wrote it up, folks.
That's the Thought Seize tilt.
So I think with the gifts here, do you get... So I imagine you want... Yeah, he's sitting there thinking, yeah, that's funny. So since Andy has 4 mana and a Snapcaster in hand, it actually doesn't really matter what you get. What you get is you get Goryos. You get Goryos. You get Obsidat, and then you get a card. Then you get a discard outlet in case he puts the Obsidat in your hand.
Or we get what Andy's showing us.
What's he showing us?
Cards.
Yep, you're right. He is showing us cards. You also could just get. You also could just get Goryos and Obsidat. And nothing else. Put both in the yard. He has Snapcaster in hand.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's what I'm saying. If you
I
just,
wonder if Andy realizes
if
this.
you just, I'm sure he does.
I don't think he does.
So we got Counter Squall, Jace, Goryo's Obsidat. So I wonder what the benefit of doing that is instead of just...
So with the Counter Squall, you have some protection from a Haymaker from Logan, like the Karn or the Ugin.
Right.
That's coming.
You no longer care about the O-Stone.
Yeah.
With Stony. I'm not sure why you don't just get... Maybe there's something I'm missing. I would have said you just get Obsidat and Goryo's, right?
Yeah, especially with the Snapcaster Mage in hand.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So he gives him the Counter Squall, gives him the Jace.
All right, now all Andy does is play Jace. Because I think Logan has Fatal Push.
Well, yeah, so what you do is you Snapcaster the Goryos. Because he put Goryos in the yard and Obsidat in the yard. If I were Logan, wouldn't you have just given him the Obsidat so he had to find a discard outlet for Obsidat?
Yeah.
Isn't that Logan's best play?
Yeah, I think what he could have done...
Maybe I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure Logan's best play... I'm pretty sure Andy's best play was just to well, except for the way... So the way that Andrew did it allowed him to actually draw, get 2 cards in hand, the Counter Squall and the other one. Whereas... But that's only if Logan doesn't play incorrectly. Are you following me here? That's only if Logan doesn't play incorrectly by not putting the Obsidat in his hand. So a couple strange series of plays.
Yeah, because what Logan could have done, he could have put the Counter Squall in Jason to graveyard, right?
Yeah.
No, Goryo's in Jason to graveyard.
Yes, and yeah, exactly, and put Obsidat in his hand, and then all he can do is... Oh, no, I see. Because then, if you do what you're saying, then he just Snapcasters Goryos, hits the Jace, uses the Jace to Goryos again.
How can he use a Jace? He only has 4 mana. And
and you can't use the Goryos again because you snapped
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think... So, I think technically that's 2 misplays, but it worked out in Andy's favor because Andy's... I won't say it's a misplay, but Andy's line of play there blew out Logan's misplay.
Yeah.
Logan should have just put the Obsidat in hand.
Yeah, because that card was uncastable.
Yeah, well, he would have had...
Logan didn't know that, too.
Right, but he would have had to find a discard outlet for it, or hit a 5th land. And even if you find a discard outlet, then you have to spend mana doing that, and you can't Snapcaster Goryos that turn.
Yeah. So, and I forget the exact word in Obsidat, but I'm pretty sure it can even still exile itself the turn it comes in. Like it doesn't have to attack or anything, right?
Goryos?
No, Obsidat.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what I mean. Obsidat, yes, but it gets haste from Goryos.
Yes, so he just casts Goryos, then exiles it to his own ability.
Yeah.
So it can play around the Ugin that Logan might play the next turn he casts it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it gets exiled the first turn anyway.
Yeah, but instead of
getting sacked.
Yeah, and Andy could have choose not to. I don't know why he wouldn't. I don't know what I know what I'm saying.
But it doesn't matter because it's the Ugin only plays at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
The Obsidat will never be there. But anyway, I wonder what these guys did out of the sideboard. Obviously, we saw Andy bring in that Counter Squall
and the Stonies.
Like I said earlier, I don't think negate. This Counter Squall negate plan is exactly where Andrew wants to be, but Counter Squall seems marginally better than negate. I suppose it's worth bringing in.
Shock on a negate seems good.
Yeah. And Stony Silence seems great, like it always is against Tron. But it's not. It's a lot worse on the draw than on the play.
I mean, it's not always great against Tron.
Well, yeah, like we saw there, Llanowar Waste into Sylvan Scrying. But it's always worth bringing in. But it's always significantly worse on the draw because you can't hit the map for sure.
Yeah, I think the funniest moment I've ever had with Stony Silence against Tron was when I was on Black-White Tokens. Yeah. And I played a Stony Silence against a Tron player. He was complaining that he didn't get to play Magic because I had a Stony Silence, and I was like, all you had to do was play Ugin. I don't get to play Magic.
Yeah, I have no sympathy for Tron players getting annoyed with hate cards because the truth is there aren't really any good hate cards against Tron.
Yeah,
Blood Moon is not a great hate card when they can just you're slowing yourself down and beating up your own mana to play a turn 3 card that does nothing, and they can just hit their land drops and play a Thragtusk,
Yep.
and then play a Karn, play Worm Coil.
Like Blood Moon.
Stone Rain is fine, but it's a 3-mana sorcery.
Yeah.
Stony Silence is fine, but they have a lot of ways to hedge Stony Silence.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So Fall Season to Ancient Strings, I like that play a lot, because it's going to deny Logan trying to find more stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty heads up play by Andy here. And I see a negate in Andy's hand. So taking the slow game now. Going to deny any, probably, I would negate the star if I was Logan. I meant Andy.
Negate the star?
Yeah, because...
I don't know about that.
Well, you see, Logan's very stuck on colored mana, color sources. So if he denies that star, that's one less color source Logan has.
Well, and wait. And because Logan missed his land drop.
Yeah, so like I would very heavily negate the star.
Yeah, given that he missed his
Okay,
land
never mind.
What is that?
Stony.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I can see why he didn't negate that now.
You're right. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, I think Logan just loses from this greedy keep. Was Logan on a mulligan?
Yeah, he was a mole of 6.
Okay, do you do that? Do you keep one land?
He had a lot of he had Ancient Stirrings, and I think he was just trying to hope to. Is that a loam? Oh, no, that's a Thragtusk. Was it a loam?
No, it's a that's actually really funny. Thragtusk and Loam look really similar because they
far away.
Yeah, far. They're both green and they have that hump like the
brown hump.
Yeah, the brown pyramid. That's actually really funny that they look so similar.
It's like, wait, no, that can't be a loam.
And sometimes when Mario and I are commentating, we talk about how multiple times. Actually, I talk about it. Mario sits there and scoffs, but Murderous Cut looks just like Tassiger from far away.
All right.
They look identical. It's weird.
Yeah, wasn't also Mario calling a Noble Hire Kitchen Finks at one point?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure. Mario once called a Noble Hire a Kitchen Finks.
No.
The other day he called a Horizon Canopy a Grizzle Land because you pay life and draw cards.
That's kind of deep.
You're kind of deep.
Hey.
All right, so Stony Silence against the one land or double egg seems pretty good. I think we might just see this one get closed out. We got the gifts resolved.
Yeah,
meaning
the
that
good guys are going to win.
Yeah, what do you think Andrew's getting? I'm thinking
something to win the game.
Yeah, I'm thinking Goryo's, Jace, Obsidat, Collector Brutality if he doesn't have one in hand.
So one of my favorite cards Andy does play in this Goryo's deck is the Dragon Lord Ojitai.
Oh yeah, untap with the Minimo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Snapcaster, Liliana.
I mean, Liliana's just going to do a lot of work here.
Oh, so did Andy pull a second gifts? I think Andy got. I think his gifts package was gifts, Snap, Liliana, and something else.
Basically, Andy's very far ahead. If he closes this game out quickly, he just wins. I say get that 5th land, drop that Ozidat, Obsidat, to really start ending this game.
He actually doesn't have double white to cast Obsidat.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. Might be. Yeah, he can't cast that. My bad, guys.
literally cannot cast Obsidat. It is a pretty mana intensive card.
But he can discard it
double white, double black.
And I think he's just going to discard this Obsidat because he does have a Jace out. Now he can flash back the Goryos and start really pressuring Logan's life total. Well, he has a double white now for Obsidat with the Godless Shrine, but irrelevant right now.
So looting with Jace, flip the Jace.
Do you remember when that Jace was $90?
Yeah, because it was being played heavily in Standard, and it was making waves in Modern and Legacy.
Yeah, it was mainly.
And I think Vintage, right? Didn't it see some play in Vintage?
I heard the guy accidentally played that card.
In Vintage?
Yeah.
He meant to register a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
I don't know. I don't know the full story, or it might have been Hangerback Walker that he had the Hangerback Walkers for him in his Workshops deck. I think that one was more plausible than Jace.
Sure. I was gonna say, do you know the Legacy or the Vintage deck 2/1 control?
No.
I suppose there's a lot of names for it, but what's meant by 2/1 control is you play 4 Dark Confidants and 4 Snapcaster Mages, and then all the best blue-black spells that have ever been printed. And then, of course, since you're playing Vintage, you have your Mox package. But yeah, you just play 4 Confidants, 4 Snaps, and that's why it's 2/1 control.
There's also a vintage deck that says take 6.
What is that?
No, you play 4 Dark Confidants and World Gorger Dragon.
Yeah. World Gorge of Dragon's the one that you do that combo where...
With Animate Dead.
Yeah.
You make infinite mana, you mill yourself to find like a Una, Queen of Fae, then mill your opponent.
Yeah. I remember looking at that list. I remember seeing it in some context, and I didn't understand how you win, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, you make infinite mana. It's weird. This game's good as done.
Yeah, Logan Mold is 6.
Yep, and there's and
tough there.
We'll try and get another game match for you guys. Probably a game 3, maybe a game 2 if it's a long game.
Yeah, it might be that no one's available, but we'll check. So we'll be back soon. If we don't find anybody, we'll be back for round 4. But anyway, don't go too far because we'll have something for you.
Yep. God.